Yo, good people. How y'all doing today? On today's episode of Three Things with King, what we're going to do is go over three things that are kind of simple, but still things you need to know while you're here. Thing number one, transportation. Thing number two is going to be money, specifically a couple of things that you may need to know in case you're getting money here in the country. Number three, I'm in Cali, Colombia, so of course we'll talk about salsa today. This is the capital of salsa. This is a place where it all goes down. This is an experience in itself when it comes to the music. So let's start with the easy thing that's not easy here all the time, transportation. Now, as far as transportation, you've got a couple of different modes, of course. Just like home, you have Uber. Uber works perfectly here. In addition to Uber, you've got a couple of apps, Cabify and Didi. Those work well. And for me, I use Didi and Uber quite a bit. But above all else, Uber is usually my go-to in the worst cases. Now, I say in the worst cases because you'll find different here. At home, when it rains, no big deal, nothing to it. A lot of times here when it rains, you're stuck wherever you are. Transportation and virtually everything grinds to a standstill. It's not quite the same as home. So with that being the case, just plan accordingly. If you go somewhere and it's raining, you might be there if it starts raining. Uber tends to be a little bit more expensive, but you can get a better quality ride. With Didi, they're less expensive as well as Cabify. Cabify, like the root word says, is through your taxis. But through all of the applications, you can get the taxis, no big deal. Typically, what you're looking at is a very inexpensive ride. Most rides are usually less than $4 or $5, which is nothing like we're paying at home. So most certainly a blessing. And that pay part is going to lead me to the number two thing, money. So of course, the exchange rate is an incredibly important thing to understand. With regard to the money, you got ATMs everywhere. So first, let your bank know, let your credit card company know, whoever it is, you're going to be out of the country. I've seen folks get out here and they get stopped because they hadn't let anybody know. Now the card's frozen because they think it's fraud. It may take up to 48 to 72 hours to get your card working again. Once you get it working, you can easily withdraw from virtually any bank here. Now there are some I stay away from. If you want to know what those are, please hit me up. I'll tell you individually because I don't want to disparage anyone online because some of these banks that I don't politic with work well with other people. Now, with regard to pulling out your money, the exchange rate is incredibly important to watch. There's an application called XE, which I use for my transfers and watching out what I do. XE is the most up-to-date, most timely, most consistently right form to understand what your money is going to be. So with XE, you see what the currency rate is versus our American dollar or whatever country you may be from. With regard to that, when you go to the ATM, it always asks a question, do you want to use the conversion? Always decline that conversion because that conversion gives you less money than it is just simply taking it. You get to take it at the rate, not necessarily the rate that the XE or whatever app may see it at, but you take it at a much higher rate than the bank will convert it for. On the flip side, if you have cash, you can find several places to convert. Just be careful and check the rate because a lot of times you may get got. In the airport, never. The rates are horrible in the airport. You find much better rates out and about. Now, number three, the most fun thing I got to talk about today, salsa. This is the undisputed capital of salsa for the whole world. When I got here, I heard more salsa in 3 days than I had ever heard my entire life. So here, salsa is king. Salsa, reggaeton, bachata, merengue, muchos. A lot of different Latin flavor here. As far as the music, salsa is everywhere. You'll have parties, they have party buses. You've got several different modes to get it. If you want to learn salsa lessons are everywhere. Of course, I know some fantastic people who do salsa lessons. I'll be having an interview with them a little bit later on to kind of go over what they do, what they offer, show you some classes to see what may be of interest to you. Now, with these three things, I want you to understand these are three very basic things, but things that seem basic to us on a normal level, when you get somewhere else, and as they say, it hits the fan, basic ain't always easy. And always, as usual, one to grow on. Another thing to know when you come to Colombia or any other country for that matter, safety for your personals. Pickpockets, thieves are everywhere. Don't come out flashy, don't come out showing and shining. I've said that before. With regards to your documents, your passport, your driver's license, whatever other identifications you have, all your cards and everything, take photos of those, and if you have a secure location, let's say you got a, what do you call that thing? Something on the cloud, iCloud, on your Android device, on your Microsoft, whatever it is. Make sure when you take those pictures, you upload the stuff there, because you never know what might happen. I'm going to do an episode next week about getting got. I may even mess around and do that in the next couple of days. Getting got is real. You've seen it on other folks' channels. Oh, don't get got. I hear, I'm good, dog, ain't nothing going to happen. Next thing you know, it's you. So always safeguard the things that are important. Keep in mind where you're coming. Keep in mind what things are. Back to the money part. Our money, if we're coming from the United States or anywhere else, is much more valuable than theirs. Not taking anything away from the people here, but a lot of people are out to get what they can. We're natural-born victims in their eyes. A lot of folks see us as Visa cards. A lot of folks see us as opportunities. Don't get caught out there. So that's been the three things, plus that one to grow on. The safety of making sure you safeguard your materials, your identification, all the things that are pertinent to you getting in and out of here and navigating at home, as well as your financial check cards, debit cards, credit cards. Make sure you got pictures of all of that stuff. Take all of that and set it aside. So these three things, plus this one to grow on, was what I had for you today. What I need you to do if you can, I beg you please, take the time to subscribe, it's a good thing. Take the time to like, also a good thing. Share it, wonderful thing. And also comment. Send me a message, whether it be online, if you know me. Feel free to hit my phone, of course the WhatsApp, of course the phone. Text message, however you want to contact me. Reach out to me, I'm more than happy to connect and talk. If you want to come down, let me know. I've got connections here. We can make sure you find something good, somewhere wonderful to stay, somewhere safe and secure. But until the next time, three things for King. Y'all have a good day. Appreciate you taking the time to watch. Remember, subscribe, beautiful thing. Share, also a wonderful thing. Like and comment. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Y'all have a good day. We'll talk soon.